What's really good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Before I get into the piece, right now we're going to do roll call because, you know, there were some people that made comments about different places not actually watching, and I'm about to do roll call so you get that it's real. CommenterNation roll call. Shout to the US off and foremost. Shout to UK. Shout to Canada, shout to Germany, shout to Netherlands, shout to Guyana, shout to Barbados, shout to Senegal, shout to Australia, shout to France, shout to Jersey, Northern Europe, Jersey, shout to Italy, shout to the Philippines, shout to South Africa, shout out Jamaica, shout out Dominican Republic, shout out Poland, shout out Sweden, shout out Puerto Rico, shout out Singapore, my fault, shout out Romania, shout out Brazil, shout out New Zealand, shout out Ireland, shout out Malaysia, shout out Saudi Arabia, shout out Nigeria, who I might add has a lot of views in Nigeria. It's crazy. Where we at now? Nigeria. Shout out Ecuador, shout out Belgium, shout out Bahamas, shout out Chile, shout out Estonia, shout out Guadeloupe, shout out Croatia, shout out Portugal, Russia and Arab Emirates. Where are you at? Where are you at? TheCzarr, Russia, where you at? Arab Emirates. Those are the two areas where I have yet to touch down at. And that is all factual analytics. YouTube knows it, and I know it. So all of those places I named in that order watch me to a degree where I at least have more than one viewer watching the show. That's how real this got. That's how real this channel's got. That's how large CommenterNation is. So potentially, yes, I can do a story in any one of those countries, any one of these states, wherever I need to. I had to look up the Jersey one because I didn't even know Northern Europe had a Jersey. So that's how you know I'm not faking. You see, analytics shows a lot. I learned a lot. I deliver a lot. We work hard. And that's shout out to all my CommenterNation people that watch. Not all of you comment, but shout out y'all for watching. I have a lot of viewers in Germany. A lot. I didn't even realize it. I learned a lot today about myself. That's why I'm very happy about this. And you know we're getting into it. Go subscribe to that channel, TheCzarr. I will not begin production until I have 1,000 subscribers having subscribed there. With the amount of people we have here, that should be nothing. Okay? So I need all of you to go over and subscribe to TheCzarr. When that reaches 1,000, you will get your first video. And that is where I will drop the very critical videos. The ones that, let's say, are going to be very formidable to my entire series. Seriously, it will. Go subscribe to that channel and then everything will begin. Shout out to the people that have subscribed to date. I want to see that make it to 1,000. Then you'll begin getting consistent drops just like this channel. Shout out all the CommenterNation. Shout out everybody that rocks with the channel. That is how far we've grown. Spread that around. Spain, where you at? Not just Russia and Arab Emirates. Spain, where are you at? Let me see you get up there. I got France in the house. I got all of these people that watch TheCzarr. That watch TheCzarr all rights reserved. That are a part of CommenterNation to some degree. All of you rock with the channel. Stop playing with me. We're worldwide, and I told you that. I don't care if you see it for yourself or not. Just know what the facts are. And I don't even say that, but facts. I ain't got to say that. That's all I got to say. Just know facts. What are we going to talk about today? Body language. Now, this is another crucial part. Let's say this is the second part to the collusion of wolves in the dog parable. The top dog parable, actually. Body language means everything. When we're watching the video, from when we're watching the acceptance of the war on stage. See, I agree with one commenter. I watch, before I listen to what you say, I look at your body language. I listen to what you're saying. I listen to how you move, who you grab, how you stand up, how you sit down. All of that plays a part. Someone had funny body language. You see, I don't have all the evidence I need for the story yet, but I do have information and a visual on funny body language. That's very critical. Yes, we had our roll call to start it off because this is a very simple and plain topic. It's all how you carry yourself that defines who you are. It's all what you do that defines who you'll be in the future. It's about action. And that's the problem with most people. They have no action behind their words. They have no action behind different things and dreams they have. You could sit there and dream and wander all day, but if you ain't about action and creating things and working hard, if I never spoke out my mouth on a YouTube platform, I'd be speaking to myself. You see the difference? Action, reaching out to people, networking. These are all things that create the perfect set, the perfect team, the perfect unity like CommenterNation has. We are pioneers. You see, the reason you saw larger YouTubers mention me and then stop is very simple. The moment you mention CommenterNation, all of your followers and subscribers are now CommenterNation. They are. And you find that out very quickly because that's ultimately what I needed. Look who's driving by. Look who's driving by. You can't see him. Yes, he wears a badge. No eye contact, looking fat inside the car. Do some workouts, my dude. Yes, CommenterNation is one of the strongest nations. I told you since the United Nations. Didn't I say that? Now I just did a roll call so you know I ain't playing. So you know it's not a game. So you know I keep it real. How would I even come up with some of those countries? I don't even know. I can't even name a lot of them. Guadalupe? I never would have thought they were following me there, watching videos there. Yes. That's how real this has gotten. Whose body language was funny? Who was moving funny when it came to A, accepting the award, B, on the video, or C, dealing with their whole interaction with each other and other people after it? There's so many people that were moving funny. That's why I called them out. That's why I brought them up, because I seen you acting funny afterwards. You see, I didn't need to see a picture of you there. And that's how a real investigation should go. These guys are lost in translation. They're lost in translation because they've forgotten what it meant to actually be an investigator. And they're moving so much off of what they see and what they hear that they lost their instinct. You see, my instinct's so powerful that there was stuff I presumed in my mind. Then when I reached out to people and got the evidence, it was exactly what I presumed. It's not a game. It's not a joke. The talent is real. I don't play with people. I'm not here saying things. And to all of those people who's reaching out to other people, saying my name, saying that I'm saying certain things that I know I'm not saying, be careful, because it always gets back to me. And that's why I'm saying, I'm not trying to mention you here, because I know you're watching now. And I know you're saying certain things that I know I didn't say. You could twist my words up, but when they turn the video on, they're like, oh, okay, he's talking like that. That's the problem. But here's the thing. For you having reached out to other people mentioning me and say that he said certain names, when I've been doing this and said certain names, but you did it at this point. I know what your fears are, and I know what you were having an issue with. See, I tell you blatantly, don't do it, and you do it. That's what I want you to do. You'll always move how I need you to. Because when you understand the mind of human beings and you understand the perception and insight and the depth of a human being's conscious, even subconsciously, you'll end up doing what I need you to do if I say the right things at the right time, period. That's what it is. That's how the investigation and the techniques and the evidence get stronger. You see, it gets stronger. Think of a Uchiha. Since a lot of you like that animes and the type of things, you get stronger the more you learn, the more you interact, the more you lose, you get more powerful. And I've lost a lot in my life. That's only made me stronger. Do you get that? That's the ideology behind that whole entire race in that series known as Naruto. Why did I mention that? Because I know I appeal to certain youth and generations. I've already appealed to the mature generation. Now I'm bringing in the youth to see that not only can you make something better of yourself, but you can do it in a smart way. I don't have to impede on someone else's well-being to do it in a smart way. And the people's well-being that claimed it was impeded on, it is because I found something funny style in your body language. You see how it works? You see how the understanding moves? That's the difference between you and I. I don't have to fake in my body language. I actually know what's going on. But someone had very funny body language, and I read that. I read it from the jump. The moment you stood from your seat, the body language was funny. The moment you stepped onto the internet, your body language and your comments were funny. I didn't have to see you to see how you were moving, because everybody's taught to see with their eyes, see with this. But I saw you with my mind. I pictured and generated understanding of how you were moving by the things you said, how you typed it. You see, people can't put a voice to when people type. I don't know how. Because the way you say things and the way you type it is honestly the hard-on truth when you could speak to me and mask the way you're saying things. But when you type it, you can't take back a type. And through an argument, one of the past people I dealt with said something in a very funny way. I know you didn't mean, and I hope you didn't mean. I hope you didn't mean it, because it wasn't referring to me. But you see how you co-sign stuff I say without me trying to get you to say it. Without you saying it. Your anger and your emotion makes you say it that way. That's how powerful this has become. Shout to CommenterNation. Go over and subscribe to TheCzarr, the other channel, and let's get that to 1,000. We already here. We turned up here. And all those countries are rocking with us right now. That's over. Let me see the list. Because I had to make a list. It was just too many. That's over 20, 25 other countries. That's how real it is. But that's what I'm saying. That's the depth in which we bring information. That's the depth in our reach. That is why I say CommenterNation is a pioneering nation. One of the greatest nations since what? The United Nations. And I said it for a reason. I said it for a reason. So don't ever think anything I'm saying is up here for play. It's not. Never has been. Never played around with business. From mentors that was taught, I never play with business, and I don't play with mentioning people's names. If I had said their name and I did an in-depth research and I said things a certain way, it was thought out from the subconscious, seeing through what you said into the movements in your inner mind. Looking into the eyes of an individual can help you see into their inner mind. Reading through what's being said and looking and thinking outside of the box can bring you into a situation to understand it from the mind of the person doing it. And that's where a lot of people aren't. But CommenterNation's getting there if they're not there. That's the making for CommenterNation. Do you think critical thinking's just some type of joke? Critical thinking, thinking beyond, thinking more critically into the situation, questioning certain things a certain way, that is the model I've learned. I've learned that model. And you could check the iconic channels for other individuals who think critically. That is why they're there. Related channels, shout out to them. Whether we beefed or not, you think critically to some degree. And I can tell that because I've spoken with one of you at least, and the rest, I don't know. You can hit me up to reach out, but you already know how to do that. @ capital ALL, capital CZARR. You can always reach out. And I can get a cosign from a major one that's on there. I'm accessible. We can speak. I don't have no problem chopping it up on the phone with you. As long as you're not on that coward stuff, giving out phone numbers and doing weird stuff like that. I don't do that. I don't move like that. On another note, respect to everybody that rocks with the channel. Respect to everybody that rocks with the movement. Shout out to all of those countries I named that are with CommenterNation, undoubtedly. We have 25 other countries that are with us. 25. I'm here in front of a grocery store. It's funny how y'all joke. But now I'm in contact with countries that your largest YouTuber never even got a view in. Are you kidding me? What, you thought I was moving funny? You thought it was something to laugh at, something to joke at? Well, ain't no more joking and laughing now. And this is all confirmed. And this is why I move how I do. Authentic. Body language. Whose body language was unauthentic? Who wasn't telling the truth through their body language? Think about that. whose body language was not on point with the way it should have been. Shout to CommenterNation. Subscribe to TheCzarr, that new channel that has been there, but it's going to be the new channel of production. So you do not miss a beat of what I have to deliver. All rights reserved.